So to kick us off, one of our big ones at the moment is climate justice. Some of you might be aware that there's a big international climate change conference taking place in the UK in November called COP26. And that is going to be a space where the vast majority of global leaders will be coming together to think about how we respond to the climate crisis. And I think could be really easy for us to think about the climate crisis as something that's been sidelined by COVID or isn't the kind of pressing issue on people's minds. But I think it's worth remembering that as people have kind of dispersed into their communities over the last year and a half, the issues that they care about will have deepened and strengthened. And also our global family, the issues that are really pressing on them will have changed and deepened because of the pandemic and their ability to respond to the other challenges they face. So we're part of a project called Climate Sunday. It's the biggest ecumenical initiative ahead of the COP. And what we're inviting every church across the UK to do is to hold a Climate Sunday service between now and the 5th of September. And that is an invitation to say, start in worship, start in your places of worship to think about how you respond and how we respond collectively to the climate crisis. And on the 5th of September, we'll be bringing all of those together in a big gathered service live stream from Glasgow Cathedral to present to the government what we as church are committed to do and committed to change and think about in response to the climate crisis, as a push to say, here's what we're doing. How will you be agents of change in this situation? So there are 3 aspects to Climate Sunday. We're asking churches to hold this Climate Sunday service to begin in worship. The second is to commit to long-term change. So to think about what we do as communities that reflects our response to the climate crisis. And that's particularly embedded in eco-church. So you guys might be eco-churches already or have thought about eco-church, which is a scheme that Arosha UK run, which invites us to do practical things and community-based things to take action for the climate. And the third is to speak up, to kind of join your voice with others through advocacy and action in the focus in the run up to the COP. And that, I think, is a really useful tool for us at the moment, because as a collective of ecumenical organisations, we've built up a really big bank of resources. We've got all of these organisations involved. Basically, everybody who does Christian work on the climate is involved with Climate Sunday. And we're building up a bank of online resources from service plans to songs to prayers of intercession, videos that you can share in online worship that will enable you to hold a Climate Sunday service that suits your community. So it's not a one size fits all, here's what you need to do start to finish, but says here's kind of a pick and mix range of things to help your community engage with this issue. And I think it works really well online and in person and in those kind of hybrid spaces, because it enables us to be kind of discussion based and reflective in the first instance, and then to go out and take action and to think about how this builds lasting change for our communities. So that's a big thing for us this year, and I can pop some links in the chat to that website, but it's climatesunday.org, and hopefully that's a good bank of resources to think, how do we talk about this kind of second wave crisis? We've got COVID that's kind of here for us and very present now, but the climate crisis that's kind of hanging about in the background and will be an ongoing issue for us as church and as communities over the next few decades.